Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, an interesting thing happened to me not long ago. I received in the mail something unusual, a summons to appear for jury duty. Yes, even lawyers who've been in the system for many, many years can be called, to do your civic duty, be a juror. Now, I'm going to probably, get that notice, and I'll come in when they tell me to, and I'll sit there, and they'll probably excuse me because I probably know the judge and I probably know the lawyers on both sides, and I probably am not an ideal witness, but you are. A lay person has a responsibility to make themselves available for jury duty. It's part of our civic duties. What happens if you don't, though? And when I got my notice, I thought, well, gee, a lot of people might not know how to deal with this. I know what it means, but a lot of people might be intimidated by it. They don't show up. What happens? Well, if you don't show up, the court's probably going to issue a warrant for your arrest, and they're going to bring you in. I don't know if they're going to bring you in by sending a bailiff to your house. They may bring you in because you get rear-ended at a red light and you get out to exchange your information. The police show up, and all of a sudden they realize there's a warrant out for your arrest, so they bring you in. Well, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to be arraigned on the charge, which means the court is going to tell you what you're charged with. You're charged with, violating the court's order by failing to appear for jury duty. And the court's going to ask you how you plead and all this, and, it'll be a process. It's not likely that the court will jail you for not appearing for jury duty. The court will give you a hearing, will hear your excuse. The court will probably tell you that your excuse is lame, because unless you were injured and in the hospital and can account for it, saying I forgot or had to go to work that day or something like that is not going to cut it with the court. Expect a fine at the very least if you fail to appear, and maybe even some other form of community service to make up for the fact that you didn't appear. Is it the end of the world if you don't appear? It's not, but you got to understand that summons to appear for jury duty is pretty much akin to any court order. Once you violate it, you run the risk of a sanction. And like I said, the sanction could be a stern warning, it could be money, it could be jail, it could be all sorts of things that you probably don't want involved in your life. If you have to pick the lesser of the evils, I would suggest to you that the lesser of the evil is to show up for jury selection. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.